is Coach Tom Dyer. So Tom, you want to come up, please?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that made this possible. We brought out, I believe, 35 kids. It was on one of the hottest days in the summer. I told kids, you have to have your permission slips into me. You have to be dressed properly, all this thing. And myself and one of our other assistant coaches, who is no longer with us, we drove the kids down in cycles with cars, and I think it took 2 or 3 carloads for each of us to get the kids down here. When we finally got here, we really got after it. The kids really dove into it head first. At the time, I don't know if they knew all the work that was, and in the end, I think the real value is going to come when the family is in here, or multiple families are in here, and these guys are going to be able to walk past this house for the rest of their lives and say, hey, you know, I was in there, I helped fix that house. And we're really, really happy to be part of the United Way campaign and the video that we actually did. I think they have a copy of it. And we look to continue that because service in the community is very important at Hillhouse High School. The community backed us when we weren't successful. The community backed us when we were successful. Didn't matter. And we're here to also give back to the community. So I'd like to say on behalf of my players, thank you for having us. We appreciate all everybody has done for us, and we look to continue helping out our community. So thank you very much.
I just can't resist saying a few words about this house itself and to thank the people who are really responsible for its transformation. Henry Dino, who's the Director of Design and Construction for Neighborhood Housing Services, is really responsible for getting this house transformed the way it was from the way in which you folks saw it to the way it looks right now. In addition to the design work and being able to make a house into a make a house into the kind of living units that you see here, it really takes a lot to be able to make that transformation happen, as you're well aware. And so I just want to say a special thanks to my rehab staff for bringing this about.
Jim?
Yes.
We got, I'm going to have one of my players is going to speak on behalf of the rest of the players.
Okay.
Mike Shaw is going to stand up. He's an upcoming senior. He's a junior right now. He was here quite a few years ago when we were working out. So Mike, have a stand up and share a few things, please.
Great. Mike, good, thank you.
Like they said, it was one of the hottest days in the summer, but I think we was working up for the task, and we knew we was gonna help a family out in need, and we knew that the community came first, so we do anything for the community. That's what we was about, and it built our team spirit, and I think it became it was like a bonding process for all of us, and we came closer as a team. So I think it helped us out in the long run.
Thanks, Alderman Charles Blango, who just arrived, and Charles is this house is in his ward, along with a number of other houses that we have. I don't know, Charles, did you want to say a few words?
I have a link there coaching basketball for 10 years with Tom Fleming, but it just shows that the character that the young men have in the inner city, that they is judged by the best of them and not the least of them. And I just thank them for giving back to their community, because this is what it's all about, leaving a legacy that you can show that the good things that you have done in your community and, you know, neighborhood housing and LCI, that when you work together as a team, you can do great things. It ain't no I in team. So I just think, you know, when you look at the football team and the young man and the coach, who I know personally, he got the right jacket on, so I'm gonna let it go though.
It's a full Hillhouse jacket. It looks like a Giants fan. I know, that's what we look like. I was long before I decided on it, but it's all right.
So as a coach, letting them know that, you know, that when you work together as a team, that athletics is that, you know, that when you play sports, it shows you how to prepare for the real life. That when everyone can be a winner, but everyone can't be a champion. And if you give your whole heart into it, you can be a winner. And that's what it's all about. And that's how we revitalize the neighborhood and homeowners making it stable. And these are the things that makes Newhallville great. And that's why I always say Newhallville is back and proud. Not black and proud, back and proud.
Newhallville section of New Haven, Connecticut.
Well, we tore down the inside of an abandoned home. We knocked down walls, threw debris out the windows, throwing up like boards, jungle trucks. We worked as a team, just like we do on the film. It was a lot of strike, but I'm thankful for 9 way giving us the back to the ring. We are proud because now our family have a place to live.
During the course of its 29-year history, Neighborhood Housing Services is committed to mobilizing communities by transforming blighted neighborhoods into neighborhoods of choice.
Doing this project made me realize that it's not just about being a champion on the field, it's about being a champion in our community. It was one of the hottest days in the summer, but doing this project gave me a general outlook of the profession. So who knows, maybe I'll still hustle one day. Now, when I walk down the street, I feel proud that I was able to give back to my community.
Through United Way, volunteers from all over Greater New Haven join hands to clean parks, paint houses, read to children, and deliver meals to homebound seniors, and even tackle abandoned homes. United Way gave James Hillhouse High School's football team the opportunity to make a difference in their own neighborhoods. It takes everyone in the community working together to create a brighter future. Living united means being part of that change.
My name is Leon. I just don't wear the shirt. I live it. My name is Chris Jones. I don't just wear the shirt. I live it. Special Jones. I just don't wear the shirt. I live it. We are Hillhouse. We are united. House.
Brady, so he's going to have Frank come on up and do his thing. So come on up, Frank.
All right, first let me say it's an honor and an excellency to really be before everyone today. This is a momentous occasion. I feel like we should celebrate it, so let's please just give each other a round of applause. This was no small task what everyone came together to accomplish, but I think that what we have to take away from this and realize is there's so much strength in the power of collaboration. Coming together for one common goal and one common bond. Coming together for a cause greater than yourself. So today what we're going to do is as we start off, my little section, and I do ask you to bear with me because after I spoke to Mr. Ender this morning, I realized I overplanned for a 20-minute session, which is more so a little less minutes. So I told Mr. Ender to please give me my time when I have 5 left. Of course, I'll just keep going. And a little bit more about what I do. I work in the community as an artist, as an entertainer, as a speaker, and as a facilitator working in the public school systems. And through my goals are to entertain, educate, and empower. So I do that through my skill sets, trying to change lives and influence lives. So what I'm going to talk about today, as we relate what I do with what the great job that you've all accomplished, there are 3 C's that came to mind when I was asked to take on this project of presenting the keynote for this. There's 3 C's, right? The 3 C's of leadership, 3 C's of success, the 3 C's of teamwork. And those 3 C's are connection, collaboration, and completion. And those 3 themes show themselves so prevalent within what we've been able to do. You go back to 2009 and the Hillhouse football team, gentlemen and ladies I see before me today, came together on, like I said, a hot summer day. It was very hot. To work with the United Way, to work with livable cities, to work with New Haven Housing Services, to renovate an area in a neighborhood. And there's a lot of stigma that comes to the Winchester neighborhood. But it's events like this, it's great accomplishments like this that tear down those stigmas and that said that, it's in our power to restore our community. And that's what made this event so powerful. And as I look at the young men that are sitting in front of me today, what really courses through my mind is that, and I'm addressing the gentleman and lady, first of all, right in front of me. When you tore down that house, when you tore down these houses, every brick that you tore down off of those houses was a way to build up your character. So when I look at the video and I see the young men working together, pouring all the mortar and the bricks out of the window, that's building yourself up. And what's very interesting, when we talk about the power of connecting, we go back, we saw these organizations come together and connect for a cause that was greater than themselves. And then once that connection happens, the collaboration forms. And this project is begun. And what makes it even more special is that these football players took the tools that they've learned on the football field and they transferred them, right? Who in here right now is on the D-line, O-line? Anybody raise your hands? Okay. So this is what's so interesting about what you were able to do, right? So you know when you're on the D-line and O-line, what's your main objective? What's your main objective? Anyone?
Either get to the quarterback or protect the quarterback.
Protect the quarterback, get to the quarterback, right? But you know you have an obstacle right in front of you, right?
Yeah.
But you have to tackle that head on, right? So this was so interesting. You took that same mentality of tackling your defender head on, right? Protecting your quarterback, making sure that they do not get past that line. But you tackled this event. You tackled this challenge. And what was so interesting about you tackling this challenge is that you brought it. You took those skills that you got on the football field and brought them off. And that's what life is about. Life is about learning skills and learning how to play the game of life. And the game of football is so similar and synonymous with the game of life. So when you tackled that obstacle, you built yourselves up and you empowered yourselves. And you showed that, you know, what you were learning right on that field, all the plays can be transferred into this, right? So when you're breaking down those bricks, you're tackling those bricks, right? It wasn't an easy job when you first walked on the scene, correct? I mean, you looked at it, you looked at what you saw in front of you, and you said to yourself, you know, this is hot, it's hot, I might be tired, I got plans later on in the evening. But you know what? It was that focus that you learned on the football field, the coaching that you had, that kept your mind stay right in the game, right? Because life is a game. And when you learn to play the game of life so well, you see a result like this. And there's a lot of stigmas that come, especially with young African American males in New Haven. And the great thing is about what you guys were able to do, you guys were not only able to show that there are some positive, smart, strong individuals, but they're also men that break down statistics. And you guys did a great job of breaking down the barriers and statistics to success that affect you. And it wasn't just, and here's the funny thing about it, this is where the collaboration comes in, because it wasn't just a singular organization that did this. It was a group of organizations that came together. And what's reminded of me when we talk about this whole concept of collaboration is that we can do so much together and so less apart. So much together and so less apart. There are a few fingers on a hand, right? And each finger can only do so much. But when they come together, they make an impact. And that's what this is. That's the culmination of this event. This is an impact that you're making on your community so that when you walk outside, anytime you walk outside, right past this block, right past this area, you'll see that, you know what, my stamp is on there. This is what I poured my heart and soul into, and I know now that this is part of my legacy. See, you're taking your legacy on your football field, but you're leaving a legacy in life right here. And that's something that no one can take away from you. This moment right now is something you cannot lose, and you'll never be able to lose. And that's what makes this even more powerful. Like I said before, how am I doing on time? Okay, just double checking, because I can go all day. But as we come together, right? Because I'm gonna go straight into another C, right? We covered connection. We connected on the cause greater than ourselves. And we covered collaboration, us coming together for a common goal to work together. Because before we can ever collaborate, we have to connect. And once that synergy is culminated, and I feel the synergy all in this room right now, everyone is here for a purpose greater than themselves. And I feel that the purpose is to uplift our community and bring it to the level it's supposed to be at. And we can all do that together. They say that it takes a village to raise a child. Yes, it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to actually elevate the village itself. And we're all part of this community. And I feel right now that as we lift up these young men, the thing that I hear in my head is like, this is just the beginning. Because completion is something very interesting, right? As we look at this whole concept of completion is like a war, right? And it happens in battles. But the war is never really over. So the war that we're facing is the problems that are going on in the community, the violence, that can only be healed through everyone coming together through a collaboration, education, everything. We all have to continually come together after this event. This event is a good springboard to spring us forward. Because when we talk about this whole concept of completion, the next thing to do right here in this space right here, someone's waiting to inhabit it. Someone's waiting for these houses to turn these houses into homes. And that's all our responsibilities, everyone in this room. We all work together to fill this up so that when whoever leaves into this room next, into this house next, they're going to feel the love, the compassion, the kindness, and the caring that was poured into this house, right? By every brick, right? Every brick that you pounded, right? Every sweat drop that left your face, all that. They're going to feel that. And they're gonna realize, you know what? Someone did this so I could actually have the chance for myself to have a home with my kids. This might be a home of a first-time homeowner. And you're gonna have a piece of that. It's your legacy that's all in this house right now. In both of the houses that you actually came together to renovate. So as I close out, the last thing I want to leave you guys with, continuing the completion, the process of completion. Completion is a process, but it's never ending. We keep on this completion and keep it going by sowing into these young men right in front of us, right? Being resources for them. Providing internships, providing opportunities, because we know at the heart and the core of everything is that opportunity is what everyone needs. Is no one can be successful by themselves. We've proven that. This is a success because everyone came together for a common cause. Again, when I go back to the common cause, something that's greater than yourselves. That's what success is, coming together. So we have to keep that going and keep it cycling. And for my friends, before I step off, when you stepped into that hot house, these hot houses in 2009 or something, what went through your mind? It's gonna be a long day. You said it's gonna be a long day, but what else went through your mind? What was your mindset when you came in here? It's a mission. Okay. Kind of like the football field, right? Kind of like the football field. So when you stepped in there, you know, there's an organization I work with, and I want you guys especially, everyone to join me in when I say this, because this is a continual process. I want you guys to really join me and feel this from me, right? Really feel this from me. Organization I work with called Driven to Inspire. Every time we end off, when we leave a crowd, we want to really get inside of them, right? And when you step on that field, it's game time, right? It's game time. You know it's time for the game. It's time to go to work and put your all into it. This house is game time, and this is the game of life. And the skills you chose on the football field and brought off the football field are the reason that you're standing here today. And those skills are what's going to take you to the next level in any venture of life that you choose to go forward in. So as I'm leaving off, all I want to say is, what time is it?
Game time.
What time is it?
Game time.
What time is it?
Game time.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, everyone, for having me today. Let's keep this collaboration going. Thank you.
Relax, man.
I just wanted to say thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's a real pleasure and a real honor. We're actually 2 minutes. I have a whole 2 minutes. So the timing is perfect. My quick story on that day was when I was probably, and actually, Coach Dyer, you got it a little bit wrong. It was actually four 30-yarders.
Oh, was it four? Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought it was only
and
three.
they got pulled in and out, and the people at John's Refuse couldn't believe that those first two got filled that quickly. And the part that I remember, and I was mentioning this to Nadine, well, that day, but also, and she reminded me about it today when I saw her, was there was times where you guys came out of there, you're hot, you're sweaty, we've all talked about all that, we've seen the pictures. You went, you pulled the mask down, you got a drink of water, got some fresh air, and then you guys just put it back on and you went back in. It was maybe 1 or 2 times Coach was kind of teasing you, but you guys were already on your way back in. But a lot of times you guys were already back there motivating yourselves to go back in to that place. And those little snippets, those little vignettes, those little spots, those are those memories that I take with me. So what we're going to do now is we're going through, I want to thank everyone, including the news media and everyone. You're a big part of this when we speak about partnerships and collaboration. So I really, appreciate you guys all coming out and telling this story. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a chance to take a look at the other place, because I know you guys really want to see that. And then I know the bus is coming at 1:30. We do have some packets. Emily over here, right behind you, we really want to get some families in here. And we need your help. We really need your help with that. And so I want to put that out there straight up. So once again, thanks again for coming, everyone. And I look forward to, we have our staff are here, and so I know it's a little tough sometimes when you're young, but interact with some of the staff. They have some great information. So we'll go from there. Thanks again for everyone. Oh, one last thing. Hillhouse High School volunteers, your very own hat, and well used, all right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Guys, I'm going to put you guys together with the team here for a photo.
Well, one of the things that you're all point is There you go. Really let people know about the different classes that we offer at our home improvement and energy conservation lab. Because there's a lot of discussion about greening jobs.
Yeah.
And
Steve, I'm gonna come down. Thank you so
you.
much. I will email
all right, we're
you.
gonna have some.